Hey everyone, this is Corey with Stafford ZDC, and today we're taking a look at the DarkboltbArcus. This is a knife that's kind of weird, kind of cool. It's got a button actuated liner lock. It's a front flipper, thumb stud, regular flipper, G10 titanium pocket clip knife. Yeah, surprise, it's a knife. This is retailing at $169 on the Darkbolt website. That's the only place I saw them in stock. There was like a Knife Center link, I believe, but it said discontinued on it. But you could add these to cart on the Darkbolt website, so maybe they just chose not to sell to retailers at some point after maybe a first run. But nevertheless, here is the knife. I don't have any other information on it because I'm an idiot and didn't write anything else down but the price. I figured, the blade steel will be marked. It's not. It's not marked on here. I have no idea. $169. I hope it's something better than like N690 or D2 or 14C. If this was like 20CV, S30V, something like that, I would be happy. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll look it up and splice it into the video, but for $169, I hope it is something decent. But nevertheless, let's talk about it. This has a hollow ground section of blade here. The rest is just the flat, and then you have a swedge going on the back. And this is a pretty thin blade stock. I mean, at its thickest point, it's probably 0.12. But again, you have that swedge going up, and only a very small portion of flat. So this actually cut really well, despite looking a little bit stocky and having a very short grind. The grind being a hollow grind does help that situation as well. Hopefully you can see that hollow grind like this. It might be easier to show off down here. It's hard to backlight this, but with my thumb back there, hopefully you can see that grind is curved. It's not totally flat. I think it's pretty easy to see there. So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. But that gets it nice and thin at the edge. So you actually have quite good sliciness out of this knife. Now the button here actuates the liner lock. So you can treat it like a button lock. You can just press the button and it'll close. You can also go down to the liner lock and use the liner lock like normal. You can go all the way down low, drop it down to your thumb, let it fall shut the rest of the way, or you can just let it fall shut with the button. This is on bearings and it's very smooth. The one thing I don't like about this is that it's got like no detent. Like you can fail this so easy. So easy. Just seeing if it'll shake out. It will. You gotta kind of get it at the right angle. But not super easy, but you can fail it super easy. The front flipper, because of that, is a little bit tougher to do. It can be, you could slip and do this kind of thing with it unless you're really deliberate. In that case, it does feel good if you're deliberate, but the thumb studs work really well. They're positioned really nicely. So I have no problem using the thumb studs, which is my preferred deployment method on this. You can reverse flick, you can do, normal thumb stud stuff, or if you're intentional with it, you can get the flipper as well. But I basically never used the front flipper on this. The pocket clip is fine, the G10's fine, it's normal handle materials, normal pocket clip materials, absolutely nothing to speak on there. The cutting performance is good. The ergonomics are very good on this as well. Basically nothing gets in your way when using this. Even left-handed, I don't think you'd actuate this button at all. It's kind of sitting right in that area of my palm that the knife's not touching. And even if I really try and squeeze right there, yeah, I can't get this to even completely covering it. That's not moving at all. So not something that I think you really need to worry about as a lefty, unless you're gonna like pinch cut or something like that in like a weird way with like your thumb here and your pointer finger right on the button. That's like the only way I can think. But if I was ever gonna pinch grip, I'm pinching the blade. So, the button's not in play at that point. It's under my middle finger. Again, not in play, not a problem. Also, if you're holding the blade, it's probably not gonna close. So overall, this is an interesting piece for sure. This is the first thing I've ever handled from Darkbolt. And I don't love it, but I appreciate what they're doing. I like that they have the button actuated liner lock. Not something that you're seeing a lot. So, this liner goes back past the area where the lock is. So this button can get to it. you know, there's a spring underneath it. Actually, I guess there's not a spring underneath it. I guess it's just two different sizes on either side of this, and the tension's coming from the lock bar, because yeah, that's where all your tension's coming from. You can see the lock bar moving. You might be able to see the inside of this, how the button is depressing the lock bar, and the lock bar is pushing up on the button. See when I do that. So yeah, that is how this works. That is the Arcus from Darkbolt. Very cool piece. Again, these are $169 on the Darkbolt website. So if you guys want to pick one up, you could find one there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your